Damon, David, you're the bigwigs of Brief Your Market. A lot of people use you, but I don't think use you to the best of their abilities. What are the top three things that you would say to agents who are current existing people that use BYM, that systems that they should be using to get maximum impact and maximum return on investment so they can get those lovely listings and lovely sales?
I think the first thing is to make sure that you have a regular communication. So that's doing a regular newsletter once a month. That gives local property information and makes you be a thought leader in that area, or a property expert that people like to talk about.
Not just property, is that just a case of just dumping all your properties that you've got for sale?
No, definitely not. I'm talking about local information, talking about why you are the best agent in that area and why people should use you. And people, what we've noticed, are inherently nosy. So good news stories and things like that are really, really valuable content to be
talking about the locality.
Definitely.
And what we're able to do is to see what works, because we've got thousands of clients. We can try something in one area and we can see that works. We can therefore spread that around all of our clients in terms of themes, not specific data.
Because you have these
themes.
academy days where you bring your customers together and you share best practice, don't you, between each other, which I like.
Yeah, definitely, Chris. I mean, the academy days are really successful. People who come on them give us a huge amount of great feedback. And you're right, that's all about making sure that you understand and we understand what best practice is for you as to get the highest rate of return out of BYM.
So number one is put decent content out on a regular basis. What's number two?
Number two for me would be doing hot properties template where you drag in 6 or 10. Some people do 12. I think that's about the max. Real unique properties, either one that's really cheap, one that's really expensive, or one that's unique. And again, I'm driving that in. And these can be local as well. So if you're a branch network, they're on an individual template, individual properties that are sent out to local people. And again, that's just showing that you understand best practice, you know the market area, and you know what a good property is.
Right, because people want to, David, you don't come at anyone much bigger than you when it comes to UK estate agency. People want to deal with the agent that they consider is the most appropriate agent, the local property expert. Let's be honest, I know Purple Bricks have kind of coined that phrase, but surely that's what everyone wants to deal with. The guy or the girl who is the number one agent in that town. Not because they sell the most, but they're the most knowledgeable, would you not say?
Yeah, I'd agree with you. And I think the other thing people want to do is to deal with the agent who's got the property for sale that they want to buy.
Yes.
Let's understand that's the biggest rule of the lot. So the one
Chicken
thing
and the
agents
egg, though.
Completely are is, so how do you go about putting yourself in the position where you're the agent that people want to instruct? And that would sort of bring on, Damon might have a different third attribute about BYM, but mine would be
so we get 3 for the price of
4 for the price of 3.
Well, maybe.
We'll say
Maybe
the same
not.
one. But one of the issues that agency has is that it has a very intense relationship with both the buyer and the seller for the period of time during which the transaction's going on. And then the vast majority of agents forget those customers and move on to the next ones. And they do little or nothing to make sure they're going to retain those customers for the future. Now, the move cycle's moved out and out now, hasn't it? There's less transactions going on.
Yes.
People are moving less frequently. So their taste and their touch of the agent probably needs to be a bit more frequent, in order that when they do come to move, they remember the agent that they sold with and they've got some brand loyalty. So agents will complain about a new agent coming in or an online agent coming in and saying they're taking some of their market share. But I bet you those instructions that are on with those agents at some point were probably on with this agent.
Well, interestingly, let me share this stat with you. There's a firm called Spectre, and they have a product called Hello Again. Yeah. And what they do is they have a system which enables them to send market reports each year on the anniversary of when the property sold.
Yeah.
And what Heather shared with me is, and this is across the whole country with hundreds and hundreds of agents, only 14% of vendors go back to the original agent they sold through. Wow.
Because I think at the moment there's no reason for them to do
there
that.
isn't, is there?
Because they probably can't even remember who the agent was, because there's been no contact with them since.
You should be doing something like this on your system, shouldn't you?
Well, we already do.
We
already
don't.
have
That's
a-
exactly.
yeah,
That's
so-
There you go.
the third strand for me would be your customer contact on an ongoing
Yeah,
basis. That
definitely, yeah.
and it doesn't cost anything other than the effort and the time in making up the content to send out. So every 6 months, email a customer with something interesting that's going on the property market, inviting an update on the valuation of their home, a whole range of things that are quite easy to do, but that you keep putting your brand back in front of the customer. So when they come to sell again in 5 years' time or 10 years' time, at least you've got a chance of getting out there and doing a valuation again.
And that was going to be my third one.
Oh,
Although,
sorry, guys.
can I just add one thing to that, which is, in all the strategies that we've just talked about, don't forget to ask for business, because asking for business sometimes is just as successful. And we've just had a case study from a customer where they asked for some business and they had Valpal ring them up and say, the system must be broken, because they had that many online valuation requests, 261 in a week, which is phenomenal. So I'd also say, in all those strategies, don't forget call to action buttons to ask for the business is just equally as important.
So how the hell did they get 261?
260 valuation requests through into Valpal. It was quite a structured campaign written by Briefy Market that actually asked for the business and showed about the values. And obviously with BYM we can connect to any other third party. We connected to Valpal for instant valuations. They click the button and we can track them, obviously.
Excellent. Enlightening. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Chris.